Hi, coloring friends. Welcome back to my colorful world. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I have a rather large and ridiculous stack of coloring books in front of me, and they are the pictures that I would like to complete in December, or at least attempt to complete. And my stack is crazy big mostly because when December hit, I had a little party in my head saying, it's finally here, because I started really getting into adult coloring right when the lockdown orders hit, and we were at home, and I was trying to cope, and I found some coloring channels on YouTube just by accident, really, and I got really into it, and I worked with what I had and ordered a couple of books that I saw and a pack of pencils and really started getting into it. But because I was a preschool teacher's assistant and that job was taken away during the pandemic, and I didn't have an opportunity to get a different one, and I was at home helping my kids with school and all of that. I didn't have the resources to just buy whatever I wanted and what I was seeing on these YouTube channels that I was watching. And I, I definitely say kudos to the YouTubers who had established themselves and were getting these books from publishers and, from support that they had built from their own channels. That's amazing. I just wasn't there. So I put all the things that I saw on my Christmas list. And then I got a whole bunch of Christmas books from my family last Christmas to color. And then I realized a little bit after Christmas that once Christmas is over, I don't really feel like coloring Christmas anymore. So I stuck them away on my shelf and anxiously awaited December 1st when I could pull them back out and finally color in these brand new books that I had. So a lot of the stack is books that I got for Christmas last year, brand new, and have been sitting on my shelf until now. So let's go ahead and get into what I have here after that very, very long introduction. Okay, so to start, I have Coloring Heaven Cutesy Christmas Special, and this was last year's Christmas issue that I ordered just standalone. I did not have a subscription at that point, but I did get that and work on a page last year. This year, I decided that I'm going to do this advent calendar page, and I apologize. I am not even going to try to say the artist's name. It is right there. And what I'm doing with this page is I am filming a very short video each day of each block that I complete. So if you would like to see that, please like and subscribe, and you will be able to catch each day of the month until we get to the 24th. So I'm having a lot of fun with that. It's exciting to look forward to doing that at the end of each day. And I highly recommend it if you can find an advent coloring page to do. Doesn't have to be by this artist. I know Johanna Basford put one out last year that was free. I don't know if you can still get that from her site, but I did do that one last year, and this one is a lot of fun too. So that is from Coloring Heaven Cutesy Christmas Special, and I hope to complete that every day for the rest of the month. Now the next one is a big, big challenge. I opened it up and looked at it. This is Adult Coloring Christmas Fun. It is Grayscale Pages by Kimberly Hawthorne, and it is one of the most beautifully illustrated coloring books I think I've ever seen. It is gorgeous. However, with that comes the extreme intimidation of how to actually attack coloring these pages. Now, I can envision this fully colored, but actually getting to that point is a bit intimidating. I do appreciate that at the back of the book, she does include uh, a big section about how to approach her pages, and you can even go and find videos online of how to approach her pages. So that is something I'm definitely going to do. This is going to be a challenge, but I mean, can you imagine this picture colored in? It is going to be adorable. I can't wait. I really hope I don't totally mess it up, but I can't wait for this one. That is so cute. So that is from the Christmas Fun by Kimberly Hawthorne. Next is in Mary Englebright's Color Me Christmas. And my mom always used to love her color, or not her coloring books, her calendars. She would have one every year, and I loved her illustrations in the calendars so much. So, of course, when I found out she had a coloring book, I had to get it. And I chose this page here, just a cute one of some kids enjoying Christmas morning. And I like the message here, enjoy the joy. And I think that is important to remember, not just during the holidays, but all year round, that instead of getting caught up in the craziness, we need to take a step back and enjoy the joy. So it's a good reminder. It'll be a good one to remind myself of when I'm coloring it during December. Next, I have Creative Haven's Christmas Color by Number, and this one is illustrated by George Tufexis. Hopefully I said that one right. And I chose this, not that one, there we go, this one right here. So I chose this one. I know it's a little hard to see because their lines are almost gray, but it is a color by number, and it is I like to call them grandma's candies. I don't know. I just remember going in the holidays and seeing these in a dish at a grandma's house. Um, so of course that made me want to color it. Very nostalgic, very sweet. Sweet, no pun intended. Um, so that one will be fun, and it's one of those mindless color by number where it's good for relaxing. So that is from Christmas Color by Number by Creative Haven and illustrated by George Tufexis. And then I have The Nice Little Town Christmas 2 by Tatiana Bogema Stilova. Another mouthful that I'm probably butchering. And I chose in her book this page right here. And I chose this one because I saw this page and I thought, this right here is me. That's me, balled up in a giant cuddly blanket, fuzzy slippers, cozy warm fireplace. I don't have a fireplace at my house, but I like to imagine I do by putting a YouTube one on or a Netflix one on. And yep, it just looks like a nice place to be, and I thought it would be fun to color. So that is from Nice Little Town Christmas 2 by Tatiana Bogema Stilova. Then from Christmas Magic. Now, I told you it was a ridiculous stack. I really hope everyone got themselves a snack and a nice drink to have to settle in for this because we have a little ways to go still. Christmas Magic by Ruth Sanderson. And I chose this one here. I thought it would be fun. I know I remember specifically last Christmas watching some YouTubers do, I believe in specifically it was Colorfully Optimistic. I love her channel. I highly recommend checking it out. But she did a tutorial on how to color pine needles, and I thought it would be fun to test that out on this picture. And I like how it looks very nostalgic. It's pretty. I think it'd be fun to figure out how to make the candle lights look glowing. And again, figure out how to color the pine needles from the tutorial that I saw from last year. So that is the one I picked from Christmas Magic by Ruth Sanderson. Then I have the Christmas Mandalas coloring book brought out by Jade Summer. And I figured a mandala would probably be a good idea because it is another one of those stress-free for me kind of colorings. And I chose in this one this beautiful little Christmas cupcakes. I think that's fun, and who doesn't want to color some cupcakes? So that will definitely be a nice relaxing color for me from the Christmas Mandalas coloring book by Jade Summer. Then I have this one that I picked up. This is actually from the Dollar Tree, and I will first preface this by saying if you think that the Create Space paper from Amazon is terrible, then you may not have felt the Dollar Tree coloring book paper because it reaches a new level. And when you pick out the pages, you kind of have to be aware that you will be sacrificing the page behind it because almost anything you use will go through and you will see it on the other side. But nonetheless, I thought this was a pretty one. I like the snowflakes in the sky, and I love the poinsettias made up in the tree. I think that'll be funny, or not funny, fun to do a bold red poinsettia and then green in the background. A nice offset there. So I had a nice picture in my mind of how that one would turn out. So I decided to go with that one. And I will likely sacrifice this beautiful reindeer on the other side, but it's okay. Although the plus side of these is they actually come with a music download you can get, and you can download for this one. It will have these Christmas songs that you can download. So I fully intend on making an afternoon or evening of it and downloading the Christmas songs and coloring that page and just having a wonderful Christmas moment there. So that should be a lot of fun. And this was the Kickback and Color Christmas to Music, Volume 1, which I actually purchased last year. So I don't know if you will see these out, but if you do, it was $1 and there's music to be heard and coloring to be had. So I say go for it. Next one is Christmas Mandalas coloring book, and I believe by Marty Noble. I believe that I purchased this last year on Book Outlet just after Christmas was over. I think it was on a really good deal, and I can see from the sticker here, I have a feeling I paid more than $1 at Book Outlet for this, but it's okay. So the one I chose in here is this one here with the carolers. Now, this one stood out to me because my daughter actually it was tonight that she went out caroling in our town square. And so I thought this would be fun to do, just to remember that she went out caroling with her class this year. And yeah, so that'll be a fun one. And another relaxing one because it's a mandala. So that's Christmas Mandalas by Marty Noble. All right, we're coming to the end. We're almost there. So I have Johanna Basford's Johanna's Christmas. A beautiful, beautiful book. I love it. I had a very hard time choosing a page in this book. So hard of a time that all I could commit to for sure was to do the belongs to page because I felt like it was just, I needed to back up and do this page and get my name in it and commit to the whole book. So I hope I will have extra time to do other pages in the book, but for now, we're going to stick with this one. And I mean, it is the typical Johanna artwork that I love, and I'm excited to do it. Honestly, I'd love to do this train track page on the other side too and just have the full picture done. But we'll see. I did kind of jump ahead in this book, and I did participate in the Christmas in July hashtag that went out. I can't remember who did it, but I was inspired to dive into this page then, and I did a beachy Christmas in July snow globe. So that was a lot of fun. That was my first page in here, but I figured let's backtrack now and get my name in the book. So that is for Johanna Basford's Johanna's Christmas. And then that should have been the end of the pile, but I decided this evening I wanted to just sit down and color and have fun and relax. And I had gotten this book as an early Christmas from my family. This is the Tales of the Forest Kingdom by Hannah Carlson. And I was flipping through it and thinking, oh, it's a shame I won't get to this one this month because I have a huge stack of Christmas, and how could I possibly get to this one too? And I happened to be looking at this very first page, and inspiration hit, and I decided that this page had to be Christmas fairies, and that these are little Christmas balls that they are touching and giving their little fairy magic to. And so once that inspiration hit, I just had to go with it, and we will see where it takes me. But I have it started, and the plan is to do a dark sky, and then I'd like this border in, or this middle area, the cloudy part, to be almost glowing. So I'm going to need to do a little bit of YouTube research. I'm going to check out some videos I know might help me. I know Pencil Stash, her channel, has a beautiful glowing full moon that she's done, and I thought maybe I could use some tips from her video to help me make this cloudy area glow. So that is the plan with that one. I want to make their dresses look like little poinsettia dresses. Um, and then, have some gold stars in the sky. And I think it's going to be beautiful when it's done. I hope that my work lives up to my vision. I'm excited about that one. So that is my little add-on for the evening from Tales from the Forest Kingdom by Hannah Carlson. And that is a beautiful, beautiful coloring book. I love that one. All right, so if you made it to the end of my very ridiculous and ambitious coloring pile for the month, I thank you and I appreciate you joining me. I hope you stay tuned to see in January what I actually managed to finish. We'll see. Hopefully it's lots and lots of things, and I had a lot of fun coloring this month. So thank you so much for joining me again, and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye!